PTV online channel. In the service of the Filipino online world.
Thank you, sir.
Senator Francis Tolentino, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief, concise, and probably will be directing my questions to three resource persons present here and virtually. Number one is Mr. Alejandro Cabading. Number two is the President of the PhilHealth, General Morales. Tatanungin ko kayo, although kilala ko kayo dati, estudyante nyo ako sa General Staff College noong araw. I know you have some passion for reforms. Then number three, one question to Attorney Kit. So nahin ko po si Mr. Cabading. Are you still there virtually?
Yes, Senator.
You were appointed, as you mentioned a while ago, you were appointed as member of the board July 2019. Tama po ba?
Positive, yes.
So by August, and if you can recall it, and my memory serves me right, was there a directive coming from the President of the Philippines, President Duterte? Kasi gusto ko ring linawin to na dapat matulungan ng Pangulo na nagbigay ng direktiba sa lahat ng PhilHealth Vice Presidents, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, pati board members to tender their courtesy resignations. Are you aware of this, Mr. Cabading?
Yes po.
Was there a consequential action coming from the PhilHealth Board, a resolution perhaps requiring all members of the board as well as the vice presidents to tender their resignation? Was it passed? Was there a board resolution to that effect?
Yes, Mr. Senator. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Pumirma ka doon, Mr. Cabading.
Yes po.
May I direct this question to General Morales? Nagkaroon ng board resolution August upon the directive of the President of the Philippines for the officials of PhilHealth to tender their courtesy resignation. And there was a board resolution as per Mr. Cabading. Can you confirm this?
Senator, I think that presidential directive covered only the members of the board and did not extend down to the vice presidents of the corporation. But there was a board resolution asking for the courtesy resignations of all SG 26 level up.
So, General Morales, we're now referring to two resolutions. One is the resolution which emanated from the directive of President Duterte. Two, a board resolution requiring the vice presidents to resign. Alin po dito ang napatupad na? Kung meron.
Yung pangalawa ho, which is supposed to be ako ho magpapatupad, but I was a member of the board already at that time. And I sought to seek a qualification to the board resolution, which would give the President and Chief Executive Officer the option to implement kung sino ho ang ipapa-resign yung courtesy resignation. My reason for asking that is that I wanted to continue operating or running the corporation, and a mass resignation of SG-26 executives.
SG would mean salary grade 26.
Opo, salary grade 26, in my opinion, would be too disruptive to the corporation.
So you exercise a certain degree of discretion not to implement a board resolution because your perception is that the functioning of the entire PhilHealth structure would be paralyzed. Pero siguro po, General Morales, I would like to remind you of the Administrative Code of the Philippines, specifically Section 38. Matters of and I'm quoting, Section B thereof, matters of day-to-day administration pertaining to the internal operations shall be left to your discretion. In terms of conflict, Since you are an attached agency of the Department of Health, pwede kang kumonsulta sa Department of Health. In terms of conflict again, pag hindi pa rin kayo nagkakasundo, dapat po iakyat sa Presidente ng Pilipinas. Kinonsulta niyo po ba si Secretary Duque tungkol dito?
Opo, siya po ang umupo ng chairman nung pinasok yung...
So ang ibig sabihin, hindi pumayag si Secretary Duque na mag-resign. Yung mga tinutukoy niyo salary grade and above.
Opo, pumayag po siya dun sa siningi ko.
Pumayag siya, subalit hindi niyo in-implement. So, General Morales, that would mean a clear and flagrant violation of Section 38 of the Administrative Code of the Philippines, which is Executive Order 292, more so because there was a previous directive from the President of the Philippines to tender resignations. Tama po ba yun sa pagkakaintindi ko na hindi niyo sinunod?
Ang alam ko sa directive ng President only covered the board members, hindi ho yung executives ng company.
But, General Morales, ito pong mga tinutukoy nyo na salary grade and above, at palagay ko, nakikinig din naman ako minsan sa inyo, meron kayong na-interview kayo minsan sa isang radio program 2 weeks ago, natanong kayo kung in-implement nyo na yung resolution, ang sabi nyo po, and we're referring to 20 officers, ang sabi nyo po, with all due respect, ay na-implement na. Pero ngayon kasasabi nyo na hindi nyo in-implement. At sa aking pagkakaalam, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll be asking Mr. Cabading, nag-issue po ng Memorandum Circular 2020-0037, nagkaroon kayo ng isang PhilHealth Corporate Memorandum na yung tinutukoy ko na dapat pag-resignin dahil doon sa board resolution na hindi nyo pinatupad dahil sila po ay may kaso sa ombudsman under NBI investigation, ay na-promote pa. Na-promote pa. Hindi na pinag-resign, hindi na suspend, ipin-promote pa. At palagay ko po, General Morales, kailangan pong maipaliwanag natin ito dahil nabigyan pa ho sila ng kung ang sinasabi nyo kanina ay dahil mapaparalyze kayo kung sila ay magre-resign, ay bakit naman ho kailangan i-promote pa? Pwede po ba natin sagutin ito?
I think ho, yung nire-refer ninyong na-promote, wala hong kasong na-file sa kanila. I think this has something to do with the well-made case.
Opo.
Ngayon, nagbigay ho kami ng mga dokumento sa NBI at naghumingi pa sila ng mga statement dito ho sa 20.
General Morales, maging si Secretary Roque, alam ko nag-file ng kaso.
Ay, hindi ho.
Na-file niya ng kaso itong mga taong ito pa yung na-promote. The records will bear me out. Wala lang dito si Secretary Roque. Pero, be that as it may, bakit naman po sa halip na masuspend o sang-ayon sa isang board resolution nyo ay pag-resignin, ay pinromote pa? What is the management rationale for this? Why give a premium to persons who are supposed to be out of the government service to be promoted?
These people, itong 20 na nag-submit ng information sa NBI, were not facing a case. Wala hong na-file na kaso sa kanila. Wala hong kaso na-file.
You're under oath.
Opo.
You're under oath, and siguro mamaya we can show documents. Even Senator Lacson can probably provide documents that some of the personalities involved here were even promoted. You're under oath, and alam niyo naman po siguro yung consequences ng perjury. And I'm also warning the other resource persons here. Kanina si Attorney Del Rosario, out of respect to the Senate, never raise your voice, especially in speaking before Senator Lacson o kung sino man nandito. So, wala na promote. So, going to another question. Back to Mr. Cabading.
Wait. What did you mean walang na-promote? I thought may na-promote.
Na-promote, wala na suspend, walang in-implement, wala nag-resign.
Meron hong nag-leave na 3. They serve, I think they went on leave. And then, natapos na yung leave nila at bumalik na sila. The reason for that is that during the interim, there was no evidence that was discovered to implicate them.
When you say yung na-promote walang kaso, Are you speaking to the best of your knowledge o hindi mo alam na may kaso?
To the best of my knowledge, so wala akong administrative na kaso, wala rin akong na-file na kaso sa korte.
President, ito
All right,
po
they
mga-
will confront you with the case filed. Anyway, again, Senator Tolentino, bago ko magtuloy, there is another point na magandang tanungin na rin, samantalahin ko lang. You were being interviewed in a radio interview you had with Arnold Clavio. And he asked you if you know what happened in the so-called pool session in a Zoom meeting. And you said you were not there. You were not present. I was there. Nakikinig ako nung sinabi mo yun. Eh, bakit mo sinabing wala kayo doon? Eh, nandun kayo.
Hindi ho, sinabi ko ho na nandun ako. Yun bang sinasabi nilang may shouting match. I confirm ho na I was in that meeting. Baka iba ho yung na-refer ko na may ibang tao siyang nire-refer na wala doon. Baka yun ho.
Hindi, narinig ko yun. Narinig ko yun, tinanong ka. Tinanong ka kung nandun ka nung nagkaroon ng meeting. Sabi mo, wala ka doon sa meeting na yun. Yun yung nagkaroon ng bull session na nagkaroon ng shouting match pa. So, which is
I'm
which?
sorry, I must have been misquoted, but I was in that meeting.
Well, I
one of the
was
parties-
listening to you. You're not misquoted. I was listening to you on the radio. As a matter of fact, afterwards, two of the announcers were talking to me on the phone and asking me about it and talking about it, that you said you were not there in that meeting.
Siguro, yung definition ng shouting match. Kasi ang sa ano ko, hindi naman ho kami nagsigawan ng shouting match.
But you were present in that meeting.
Yes, I was ho.
Oh, I'm sure the people of the radio stations are listening to us now, and they will play back your, and they will be having a copy of what you said there. You may continue, Senator Tolentino.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I jump to another point, General Morales, will there ever be a time when you will implement the said board resolution? We're talking of two board resolutions. Number one is the board resolution complying with the directive of the President of the Philippines. And then the second board resolution is the resolution asking for the courtesy resignation of salary grade 26 and above officials. Ano po ba tong kapangyarihan ng isang pangulo ng isang PhilHealth? Pwede bang hindi na i-implement yun o i-archive na lang yun? So wala po ba tayo nakikita rito na I think you have a legal department here. Wala po tayo nakikita dito na violations na nagpasa ng resolusyon na hindi pinatupad? O tinatanong ko kayo ngayon, balak niyo pa bang ipatupad ito o hindi na?
Yun pong utos ng Presidente tungkol sa resignation, I think it covers only the members of the board. But hindi pa ako member ng board nung lumabas yun. Yun hong board resolution asking for the resignation of the salary grade 26 is still open. It's still available to the whoever sits as president to implement it.
Ako po nabanggit yan kasi ang naririnig ko lagi sa inyo, bukang bibig nyo yung sindikato, may sindikato rito na pumikilos. Hindi po ba tamang direksyon nyo na ipakita sa mga miyembro ng sindikato, sa mga kawani ng PhilHealth na naglilingkod ng matapat at marangal, na ang Pangulo ng PhilHealth ay pinatutupad ang isang board resolution na magpapakita na kaya niyong gibain ang sindikato. Kasi lagi niyo sinasabi, gusto niyong ipakita yung reforma, subalit na maraming balakid at kabilang po dito yung sindikato. Siguro nakatingin po
Hindi
sa
parang-
bayanan, kung kaya niyo pong gawin niya. Kung hindi, patuloy lang po tayo magkakaroon ng ganitong investigasyon. Wala po magiging resulta, General Morales.
Certainly ho, kung meron ho ebidensya of wrongdoing, hindi ako mag-hatubiling implement yung resolution na yan na pagbibitiw.
Before you implement a board resolution, we will still seek for additional evidence, circumstantial or otherwise. Meron na ang board resolution. Hindi naman po mag-i-issue ng resolution ng board ninyo na wala silang basihan.
I understand ho, these executives are protected by the civil service law. So they cannot be...
But that is another venue. That is another matter for the Civil Service Commission or the Ombudsman to decide. Going to another matter.
Like and subscribe. Watch the previous video. Thank you for watching.